7 years ago, Hudayriyat Island was just empty sand dunes along the coastline of the Persian Gulf. Fast forward to now, and almost $3 billion later, Hudayriyat Island is transformed into the Beverly Hills of Abu Dhabi. Back in 2017, Abu Dhabi began transforming a stretch of untouched coastline into something special and extraordinary. What started with a single bridge connecting the mainland to Hudayriyat Island has now evolved into one of the UAE's most ambitious projects the world has ever seen. Today, this $3 billion development is reshaping the city's waterfront with luxury villas, marinas, and an entire neighborhood rising from what was once open sea. From its sports facilities and beaches to the massive new residential zones now under construction, this is Hudayriyat Island, Abu Dhabi's newest vision for the future. I'm Craig Brown, and in this video, we'll explore everything you need to know about Hudayriyat Island, from expected handover dates to construction updates and what's still to come. Hudayriyat Island is one of Abu Dhabi's most ambitious master plans to date. A self-contained coastal city built entirely around community, leisure, and modern waterfront living. Covering more than 51 million square meters, the island will include everything from residential zones, marinas, sports complex, schools, offices, public parks, hotels, and even rumors that there will be a golf course soon to be announced. With this bold vision of one of Abu Dhabi's top developers, they are executing this master plan to perfection, with over 53.5 kilometers of coastline and 16 kilometers of beaches being added to the city. The goal is to create a balanced lifestyle destination where residents can live, work, and play all within minutes of central Abu Dhabi. And by doing so, this project is certainly attracting a lot of Europeans and international buyers who are escaping Europe and are now choosing Abu Dhabi over Dubai. And not only that, we are noticing trends of families who are already living in Dubai leaving for Abu Dhabi. Now, why do you think this is the case? Of course, when everyone thinks of the UAE, the first city that comes to mind will be Dubai. However, wealthy families are now shifting to Abu Dhabi for these main reasons. Now, the main reasons that come to mind would be the traffic. The traffic, which can be an absolute nightmare in Dubai. On the other hand, Abu Dhabi offers better road systems with reduced traffic congestion. Family orientation. European families are now seeing more value in Abu Dhabi with its theme parks, nicer beaches, and quieter laid-back lifestyle compared to the hustle and bustle of Dubai. Air quality, probably not what you expected. However, Abu Dhabi is well known to offer a lot cleaner air, and this is very important to people who are health conscious, as some months in the UAE, air quality can be extremely poor. And last but not least is the value for money, and why Hudayriyat is offering prime beachfront villas for a fraction of the price of Dubai, which we will get into later in this video. So you're probably wondering, who is it that is behind a project of this nature and size that can offer such a vast master plan? Well, the answer is Modon, which is one of Abu Dhabi's largest holding companies listed on the ADX Abu Dhabi Stock Exchange. If there is one thing I can advise you to do in the UAE is follow the government money and master plans. Back them and invest there, because this is where real value is created. And if you didn't already know, Abu Dhabi is one of the largest sovereign wealth funds in the world, valued at over $1 trillion. So you can be assured whatever they commit to, they will deliver on with no penny spared. Their developments are focused on sustainability, recreation, long-term livability, and emphasis on a city within a city concept in its master plans, all of which are fully reflected here at Hudayriyat Island. Beyond Hudayriyat, Modon have a large presence throughout Abu Dhabi with its projects on Reem Island, Maysan, Riyadh City, and not to mention the new global reach with international projects in London, Egypt, and recently acquiring 100% ownership of La Zagaleta, which is the most affluential neighborhood in Marbella, Spain, with property prices soaring as high as 32 million euros. With their direct government mandate to carry out such vast master plans and their international brand and reach, this is truly what separates Modon apart from the competitor and developers in the regions. Construction of Hudayriyat Island is well underway. The two Los Angeles-inspired man-made hills being named the Beverly Hills of the Middle East, one standing 50 meters above sea level and the other standing 60 meters above sea level, took almost 2 years to construct, stood in the center of the island, and will be named Nawayef East and West Hill, which will consist of standalone villas and mansions, all with unparalleled sea views of the Persian Gulf and the Abu Dhabi skyline. Right now there is one main bridge which is connecting the island to the mainland, where you can come and enjoy and explore the activity already happening on the island. From Bab Al Najum 5-star hotel, which is currently open, Surf Abu Dhabi, which is the world's largest artificial surfing machine, 321 sports complex with FIFA standard and world rugby pitches, along with cycling tracks which host bike races frequently. There is still so much more to come with the region's largest and first indoor cycling velodrome track with 2.25 million square meters of urban park, and like I said earlier in this video, a golf course will soon to be announced. The first villas are set to hand over on the island in late 2028, Nawayef Hills and Al Naseem Villa Community. However, the overall master plan, considering the size, is expected to be a 10 to 15 year project with the new villa community releases, shopping malls and much more. When you step onto the island and visualize how it will look and be operating in the next 5 years, it really is remarkable. Considering the facilities, amenities and lifestyle it offers, there is no reason why you will need to leave the island. So the future vision and what's coming next for the island. Here's what we currently know and what's to come. The island is broken down into 3 main parts. In the center of the master plan, which is the heart of the island, right now is the main residential area consisting of Nawayef Hills, both east and west, which are separated by Nawayef Village, which is a townhouse and apartment community, Al Naseem Villa Community and Bashir Villas. To the left of the master plan and the west of the island right now is where Surf Abu Dhabi, Bab Al Najum Hotel, Circuit X Skate Park are situated, and this is where all other commercial activity is being built and brought to life. Could this also be where they will announce the golf course? Now to the opposite side of the island, the right hand side of the master plan, where they have announced and sold Wadim plots, which are freehold plots on the island, and apart from that, this section of the island remains unknown with what type of residential they will be launching here in the near future. So what separates Hudayriyat apart from the rest of the islands in the UAE, like Palm Jumeirah for example? The first thing that comes to mind is the natural aspect. Hudayriyat Island is a natural island, unlike Palm Jumeirah's or soon to come Palm Jebel Ali, which are man-made islands. This in turn offers cleaner natural beachfront with better quality flow of sea, and if you have seen the ocean in Abu Dhabi, it is by far one of the best in the whole of the UAE, with crystal clear blue waters and natural mangroves. Another would be the lifestyle aspect. In most master plans, however, Modon are going above and beyond with the facilities and amenities which have already been mentioned in this video. Now let's talk about the numbers on the island and the benefit of buying here at a fraction of the price of buying in Dubai. Prices on the island for a standalone 4-bedroom villa are starting around 10 million dirhams, or roughly $2.7 million, and range up to 60 million dirhams for the mansions at the peak of the hills. When you look at this investment from the price per square foot point of view, you can buy into a villa at under 2,000 dirhams per square foot on the built up area and as cheap as 1,600 dirhams per square foot on the plot, which is extremely undervalued prime beachfront living to any other locations around the world. For example, Palm Jumeirah trading at way over 6,000 dirhams per square foot, or better again, a local comparable would be Hid Al Sadiyah, where the average price per square foot would be 3,400 dirhams per square foot. And to bear in mind, it is a very old community with practically zero facilities or amenities on offer, which is why it makes Hudayriyat a no-brainer. Now here's where it gets even better, the payment plan. Unlike most major developers in Dubai like Nakheel or Emaar offering aggressive 80-20 payment plans, Modon are offering an easier 40-60 payment plan with just 10% deposit, 30% during a 3-year construction period, and 60% on handover. Apart from this, these following facts also solidify Abu Dhabi as an investment opportunity with clear growth potential. ADREC, which is Abu Dhabi's real estate investment center, has recorded 52 billion dirhams in sales, which was a 39% increase from last year. This is boosted by the recent business activity from ADGM, Abu Dhabi's globally recognized financial district. New business registrations are up 47% to 11,128 active licenses, which include names like JP Morgan, BlackRock and Rothschild Bank, and of course all these big names and companies moving their headquarters to Abu Dhabi. There has been huge increases in population and skilled workforce, which drives demand for luxury homes. So let's touch on the timelines and off-plan investments. Like I've said earlier in this video, Nawayaf Hills and the Al Naseem community are set to hand over in Q4 2028, and the full project to be delivered in 10 to 15 years with constant improvements and new communities. Purchasing now at the beginning and leveraging this payment plan will be one of the best investments you can make within the UAE. As time progresses and over the next 3 years, these communities start to mature and hand over, families start to move in and life begins to happen along with all the facilities and amenities flourishing, prices are going to skyrocket on the island and overtake surrounding communities, which will in turn drive more end users wanting to live here as they can now see the final product in motion. New launches on the island will then have a higher selling price directly from the developer, which in turn will automatically raise the price of your villa, which will be a ready product and habitable at that time. The benefits of leveraging the payment plan, whether you're an investor, end user, you will have only paid 40% to the developer, and within a 3-year period, you will have a ready luxury villa. And this gives you 3 options. One would be to flip and sell for a profit before handover payment. Option 2 would be to finance or mortgage the handover payment with the banks. Or 3, clear the 60% and own your home outright. So tell me this, now that you've been briefed on Hudayriyat and the overview of the investment, where else in the world have you seen a project or master plan provide this level of lifestyle and facilities, and is this the reason why international investors are deciding this is the place for me, and the reason why the island is selling out at a rapid rate? With pretty much every sport and activity you can think of, Modon have integrated it onto the island, to schools, retail hubs, shopping malls, hotels, restaurants, and not to forget your private beach access, creating a city within the city concept, leaving the end user or investor so satisfied that they no longer need to leave the island as it's all on their doorstep. It's a vision of modern urban life where well-being, leisure, and convenience come together on one island. From an infrastructure standpoint, Hudayriyat Island is reshaping Abu Dhabi's urban footprint, expanding the city's coastline, easing residential demand in the city core, and creating a new tourism and leisure corridor. But beyond infrastructure, it represents something bigger: Abu Dhabi's evolution into a global city for high-end living. With strong government backing, a world-class design, and strategic location, Hudayriyat isn't just a new development, it's a new chapter for the capital.